Hi everyone, Julia here recording this, the last day of 2022. Wow, what a year, right? On the third day of this year, I started my Simplicity Revealed channel and mentioned wanting an intentional community, and wow, it is manifesting. And things are just coming together more and more. More of you are waking up to the fact that you are a creator being. You are a fractal of the overall creator. And you actually do create your reality. And once you can lose your fears and your judgments, do your shadow work, do your emotional healing work, whatever you like to call it. And again, there's an emotional healing playlist on this channel, which incorporates both the language lessons of the heart modality and Cheryl Bailey's fear work modality. And between those two, you can get your resonance at optimal frequency. And there's no limit after that. So I want to thank everybody who listens to me and who's come over to this channel. It's just so cool to have connection with so many like-minded, like-hearted people, and to have the opportunity to share my experiences and lessons in the hopes that other people can be assisted by what I've learned and what I've gone through, and coming out the other side a whole sovereign being that's content and confident that everything's going to be better than I could even expect. So, yeah, just enjoying the ride more and more. And if someone would have told me 10 years ago that I would be where I'm at today, in the state of being that I'm at today, there's no way I would have believed them. I probably wouldn't have even understood what they were trying to say to me. But it was about 10 years ago when I adopted Biggie. There's Biggie. And right before then, I just started changing my frequency by making adjustments in my perception and, what I was putting in my mind and body. And that was just the catalyst to get the ball rolling. And the more work I did, the more I could see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I didn't want to go back to the dark. That had no appeal whatsoever. So I just kept pushing. And man, these processes of emotional healing that are offered here are so simple, but yet so effective. But you have to do the work. You have to do the work. You can't just hear about it and nod that, oh yeah, that sounds good. Mm-hmm. And once in a while be like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to do this right now. If you really want to get to the other side and not be one of those people who gets triggered easily, if you're getting triggered into spurts of anger or just frustration, then you probably need to check yourself and correct yourself. So, also, if you're just depressed or anxious, or, this is the time when people get lonely, because that's one of the 3 psyops that Cheryl mentioned. The twin flame psyop, this whole notion that we're not significant unless we have a partner. an intimate partner. And we're all significant. And it's much better if you get to know who you are, accept who you are, get your resonance at the proper frequency. And then if you want a partner, which you might not at that point, but if you still want one, you'll get the right partner. You put the intention of the feeling you want to have when this person's around, and before you know it, that person will appear. It really is magic. Just like I was telling Cheryl yesterday, I'd written down back in May that I wanted my tribe to show up here where I'm living on this land in Portugal. And I put some descriptions on the type of people I wanted to show up. And it's actually happening. And that was only 7 months ago. So yeah. And speaking of that, Cheryl and I have started the ECCC, as I've redubbed it, the Errant Collective Consciousness Coven. And we're going to have Zoom meetings where we work to amplify each other's intentions. Real simple process, real quick process. And we're having our first meeting today, December 31st at 3 p.m. GMT, which this video might not be uploaded yet by then because I have really slow internet. But yeah, and just such exciting times. We really are in an enlightenment period like never before, because so many people have access to this information now. It's not just available in small clusters. And the more that jump on board, the more beacons of light that'll be out there in the collective. And those who are meant to wake up will wake up. And those who aren't, won't. And that's okay. Everybody's where they're supposed to be. And if you just focus on getting yourself right and steered in the proper direction, then everything else will follow just as it's meant to be. So, yeah, just such exciting times. And one of the things that, what I want to work on in our first gathering today of the ECCC is manifesting someone in the community owning the land that we're housed on. Currently, the land we're on now is owned by my housemate, the guy who lives here. And we might be able to make him an offer of a down payment and then monthly payments, and he owner finance. Of course, it would all be legally written up and signed and sealed. Or we would just like to get another piece of land with water. We have well water here, so that's good. But yeah, it'd be great to be able to buy this land. So Eugene has started a Give, Send, Go, which I'll post in the description. And he has high aspirations. But yeah, it's the time for us to join forces, common unity, community. And even if you're not here in the physical, you can still be part of the community. And it's just so cool because our ultimate goal is to have an alkaline food forest of non-hybrid heirloom fruits, vegetables, herbs, and grains. And ultimately offer detox retreats, both physically, through diet, and emotionally, through going through these processes that are described in these videos here, and doing that in groups with other people. Some people like to do it that way. And of course, the retreats would be open to anyone who wants to join them. And it would be on a donations basis because we are not looking to make profit. We just want to get a self-sustained community going, and when we have more, we'll give more. And there's some of the land right here. And yeah, we should have, when we really get this going, we'll have way more than enough food for just the people that can live on this land. Because this little stretch of land here is probably good for about 20 groups of 20 housing units, because not everyone will have one person in them maximum. So we will grow way more than enough food for that amount of people. And we have Eugene and Murray here already. And we have Keith and Maria on their way next week. Tuera's coming back for a bit, and then I think returning perhaps more long term in the autumn. And then we have a beautiful family of 4 from Holland on their way here from south of France, sending them good energy so they don't have issues with their tire. They've been having a lot of mechanical issues with the tire because they have a old truck that's hard to fit tires to. So sending them good energy to get through that, and a fun, safe trip on the way here. And this is just showing the land here a little more. You can see this bale canvas tent that we were able to purchase due to a donation from a wonderful subscriber, Patrick. And I probably don't say that right, but love you, Patrick. Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone else who has donated to this community so far. And yeah, we're mostly going to work on getting housing until we can get enough to maybe have a down payment offer to make to the owner. In the meantime, try to get more of these bale canvas tents and wood burning stoves so we can go ahead and start having retreats and have places for people to stay during the retreats. So thank you all for listening, and I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are. Remember to always stay focused on what you want. Help others if you can. And I will talk to you next time. Ciao, ciao.